I'm going to record this video in small sections, so be wary of sudden cuts. Um, but yeah, I wanted to further explain exactly what happened to me. So some sometime in late October on 2021, I was driving back from home and I hit a car. No, I hit a light, like a street light. You feel me? I hit it, and I got a concussion. Thus, I did not recall what I'm repeating as it was told to me. I wandered around. Some trucker picked me up and took me to a nearby town. I'm not gonna say what town, obviously, but it's close to where I live. But I was out of it. I was confused because of the concussion, so he stopped his own gas station, and I must have gotten confused when he went inside because I got out and started walking home. Then I got hit by a car on foot. Hit one, he did not stop or see. Whomever did not stop. It was not a busy road, and it was nighttime. I was very, very lucky that some girl was driving somewhere and found me. If not for that, your boy Boggle would not be speaking to you. But I just remember waking up in the hospital. I don't recall any of those events. They were just told to me. So, there you go. Out of the hospital at about 120, 130 pounds. Because I couldn't eat. You may be able to see. Hold on. Oh. My trick score. And for breathing, and sorry, and I had some other. I have the scars. I have like 2 scars where they put my feeding tube, but I don't want to show you guys my belly. So, but anyways, they weren't feeding me enough. Like, I'm 6'3", and I often would hear the alarm telling them to replace my feeding bag, really, and they wouldn't hear it, and I couldn't alert them because I couldn't move and I couldn't speak. So I would go hungry a lot, and I didn't. That didn't get corrected until I finally came home. But even coming home, smelling food that I really wanted, food that I had eaten my entire life, sometimes I honestly did reject food. That was tough. It was a while at the hospital there where I refused food for nearly 4 days. They couldn't have forced me to take it. But hunger eventually caved me in. But before I had an accident, I had anorexic, um, a bit of an eating disorder, and I just didn't eat enough. I was about 170 to my highest weight was about 185, and again, I was still 6'3", so but that was mainly because I was self medicating my bipolar disorder. And I've had a few um encountered with the big F, if you catch my drift. Or no, I wish that on my enemy as for. This channel is also to keep a daily or semi-daily count of my activities physically, so that I can take some account of them, so that I can take some responsibility and to do them and to continue the routine instead of getting just manic about it. I wasn't diagnosed with bipolar disorder until after I got hit. He thought I was just depressed, but I am depressed, but I do go manic, and that's the issue, really. So I'm medicated now, and the medicine helps with my mania. Yeah. I don't remember what happened. So I just woke up in a hospital, and I assumed that I could still walk. And once I did jump out of my hospital bed with my legs, I gained enough momentum to jump out with my legs. And luckily it was on the right side, because this side, my left side, had a piece of skull taken out, and I would have hit my brain, or the membrane between my brain and my skull. I would have hit that, and I probably wouldn't be here to say it. Yeah, I jumped up to my hospital bed and was on the floor for at least 30 minutes. I couldn't speak. I was still hooked up, so no machines went off saying that, like, I was in distress or anything. I just had to wait on somebody else to see me on camera or to walk by my room and notice I wasn't physically in my bed. And after that, they got me a special bed, which was essentially a tent. So your boy was sleeping in a tent bed, and really all I could do was see TV through a screen, like through a black screen. 24/7, because I couldn't ask them to turn it off. I couldn't ask them to change the channel either. Truly, my mother is the only one that could communicate with me at that point. She could see in my eyes that I was still there. I was confused. It took me a little while to comprehend what had happened. But I was still there. More than I thought it was. I suppose that's why I'm still here. But as far as eating goes, I was like 130 pounds, and once I could eat, I did. And I ate about 100 pounds above that. I never reached 250, but I believe I reached like 245. I'm about 225 right now, I believe. 220, but it's not really my weight, it's my body fat. Like, I need more muscle and less fat. Because technically I'm obese right now, and that's not good. That's not how I ever imagine myself. But I will say my medication to take for my bipolar disorder does cause excess hunger and increase sleep as well. So I gotta battle that a little bit. And one of the reasons I'm doing these videos is to accommodate for my voice so that I can listen back to my voice and correct any errors in the future. It's hardly part of my facial muscles. Like, I can only blink in one eye. It's difficult for me to get my right side of my face to move properly. You can see it in my smile, and you can see it when I speak. And speaking of my speech, I wasn't able to speak for almost a year, and when I did, it was overnight. I spoke to my cat in a full like 2 sentences. Accidentally, I was half asleep, and I did not know I could talk. And one of my first words were, "Holy crap, I can talk!" So it was very dramatic. The same day as I had a grand mal seizure, and I believe that is my last seizure that I've had. But something snapped in my brain. Some switch was flipped. But I regained my speech overnight. It's amazing, but it's not how it used to be. I've had to take a lot of practice, and I continue to practice. I've never had speech therapy so far. I could, but I haven't yet. If you watch some of my other videos, you may see my hands. But I'm gonna show you them real quick again. This hand, my left hand, is kind of messed up. It doesn't bend fully, like in a fist. I have to force my fingers to do that. And these fingers, like, what is that about? Like, come on, what is that about? And I can feel my left hand completely, but my right hand, I'm still retaining, feeling in it, as well as my right foot. But, what kind of, specific things do you have to do with your right foot other than drive, for real? So, I've been working with my right hand a lot, playing video games. You can find me live on Kick at sometime AM if you want. I might link my Kick in the description. No promises, but I may. I also speak on my Kick almost every day to practice my my vocals. I do have a stunt in the back of my head, right about here. A stunt is something that they put in your brain to help regulate your fluids, your neural fluids. I don't know, but it's a device in my head. It's permanent. I have to go get this checked on yearly. When they put one in, they likely don't take one out. There was a lot of swelling in my brain when I got hit, so they had to. And they had to drill a piece of my skull out to make some room for the swelling. They put it back after 3 months, but it's back, I'm measured to take a lot of calcium, and I continue to crave a little calcium for the muscle regrowing. Because that's what they do. They just kind of put it back in your head and wait for it to regrow. Science, thanks a lot. The fun part was the staples they put in my skull and them taking it out with needle nose pliers. That was fun. Was more fun when she said, "We're done." And then, no, I missed one. Bruh. I had already signed and released that she was done. And she gonna knock me with I missed one. Come on, bro. Come on. Anyways. Yeah, I'm playing Baby Steps. That game where you climb a mountain. It was mentioned in my video where I got trapped in a ditch yesterday. But I probably won't post this today. I probably won't finish it today, so just saying. But it's in one of my shorts back there. But I just wanted to do some explaining as to why I'm suddenly making videos. Um, the shorts are like an update, and I want to do this one kind of longer video, like maybe every 2 weeks or so, to give you like more updates on like what's happening, like more detailed than my source, you know. I have TBI. My arms were let me oh, don't worry, I'll edit that out. My arms were like this, most of them. I can't tell you because like I'm holding the camera. My arms were like this. Like this. You can see that one of my pinkies is still kind of locked. Like that. Otherwise, my right hand is working pretty well. I've even thought about getting a left-handed guitar to compensate, but I got three guitars behind me, so whatever. I got hold on. I got an Arrowband guitar. It's meant for people with like arthritis, but it's great for people with hand disabilities. I've been working with that a lot. I'm really happy they make something like that. I didn't know about it until like a year ago, which I immediately bought it. I've also got a weighted keyboard in the next room. I can show you that in a little bit. And I also have a mechanical keyboard in front of me for my desktop. But I get a lot of exercise, at least out on my right hand, with my Xbox controller, like, or mouse and keyboard. But my left hand, you know, kinda doesn't do WASD real good. I can hold W all day, but WASD not so good. My hands don't curl real well, so what have you. Another reason I'm making this videos and is a result to family that or friends that may be concerned about me, because I have quite a story and quite a lot to tell. It's just whether or not I'm willing to tell it at the time, really. And I got hit in 2021, but I do not remember any of 2021. My thought trend ends at about January of that year, and this happened in October of that year. So, and I don't remember nearly 6 months after it happened. No. let me take that back. I don't remember about 3 months after it happened, so I'm missing about a year of memory. And I was in the hospital for about 5 months, and I was bedridden for about a year and a half after the hospital. So I'm missing about 3 to 4 years of society and news and what happened to people. Like, I'm so disconnected from reality. It's unreal. Like I don't want to get political, but things have changed. I'll just leave it at that. When I was in the hospital, they used to ask me who the president was to check my memory. And I would always say, oh, that dude, that old dude that no one likes. Oh, Bernie Sanders, that's right, yeah. But when it was Trump, I would be like, oh, it's MAGA season, baby. We're all tied, and, they laugh or drop it because they disagreed. But yeah, the accident happened on 21 October 21st. No, 23rd, I think. I'd have to ask my mom, honestly. But I was in a coma for about 16 days. 16 days. 2 weeks plus 2 days. So, yep. I was on the news. They didn't find the driver. It was a hit and run. So, I'm broke. Yep. This quick shout out to my mother. She came to see me nearly every single day. In fact, she did come and see me every single day in the hospital, except for about 3, maybe 4. And 2 of those days, she was not allowed to. Like, the staff denied her access. So, shout out to her. I love you. I really do. And the most of my album is self-recorded, self-produced. I recorded almost every single piece of Sweet Amber Rain. I'm still going under a girl named Faye. I plan on releasing new music as soon as I can. Like, as I'm writing, I already know what the album is gonna be called, and every one of you is gonna laugh at it, but it will be so appropriate. That's all I'll say for now. Problem is, a lot of the recording equipment wasn't mine. Like, it didn't belong to me, it belonged to my father. So, most of it's gone by now. He did keep and give me, 2 guitars. To be fair, one was mine. I don't care what he says, one belonged to me. But anyways, yeah, thankful for the 2 guitars, for sure. Pilot, hee hee, pilot, oh, hee hee. Feed the kids. I gotta feed them, with food in a second. But I also have to save in a second, so, like, Who's bossing me around, huh? Oh, and I mentioned my grandma Caesar. That wasn't the first. I gained epilepsy for the first time ever. I'm epileptic now. I take 2 medicines for epilepsy every 12 hours. I haven't had a seizure in over 3 years. Literally knock on wood. And my speech impediment is very, very difficult for me because I mentioned in one of my shorts the other day, you may have not seen it, but a lot of people think I'm just slow. I'm just not right in the head, like I'm missing a chromosome or something. Boy, I'm good. Like, up here, all good. But, like, I believe I'm still gaining muscle access, like nerve connections in my face. I believe, like, if I smile, you can kind of see this part. Doesn't need this part. Is this part? You can barely see it now, but you could more, like 6 or a year ago. But a lot of people think I'm slow, and I take that very, very offensively. I've always been very proud of my intelligence, but it would take longer to explain to them my situation than to just say, okay, like, and just passively ignore it. And I have to do that on the daily. The worst part is, when I get very angry, I'm very articulate. Like, when I get steamed up, you can hear me clear as a bell. But and when I'm calm and chill, I gibber. Like, I slur my words. Like, I don't know what it is, but that's the way it is. So a lot of people think I'm either dumb or angry. I just really, really want to share some of my hope to others because it's hard. It really is. When you can't speak, you learn how much words mean. But there's always hope. There's always something. Whether you have to push yourself or give yourself some slack, there's always hope. Remember, be here and now. Pilot. 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 Oh, pilot. You wanna go? You wanna go? You wanna go? You wanna go? Physical limitations are not everything. Like, even mental or behavioral. Errors or disorders or however, however you want to talk, however you want to say it. Something kept me here. Sometimes I just feel I need to remind myself that daily. Sometimes that's all you can do. But I tell you what, I've been wearing this necklace the entire time. And it is a Mother Mary. Don't know if that has any significance, but it may, you know. Can't hate it. I always wanted to send messages of hope to people, and I thought music would be my only way. But you don't pick what life gives you, you know. My album, my first and only album, Sweet Amber Rain, is on my channel. You're welcome to listen to it. It may be not for you, it's kinda acoustic indie. But it means a lot to me. I'm not trying to plug my own, but this may be my way of getting through to people, and I do plan on continuing to update shorts and dog, sit, boy. Oh well, anyways, I do plan on keeping updates on my story, and updating people on my general routine and my workouts and my diet. Just generally how to get from 220 to 190, from fat to muscle. This may become a fitness channel. It may expand my music more. There's no telling. But I'm here. Sometimes that's all that matters.